Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. In the Caro-Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7-d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. d4 grabs control of the center and attacks the e5 and c5 squares. d5 controls the center and attacks the e4 pawn. e5 closes the center and controls the important d6 and f6 squares. c5 moves the same pawn twice in the first three moves, but it takes more space in the center and attacks the d4 pawn. d takes c5 captures the c5 pawn and allows the queen to attack the d5 pawn. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. This is a book move, meaning it follows established opening theory played by top players for years. That pawn was yours for the taking. This kicks a bishop. This moves your bishop to a safer square. This threatens to win a rook by trapping a piece. A good choice to move your threatened pawn? Moving the same piece twice in the opening isn't good for development. You are threatening to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. You are threatening to tactically win a pawn. This prevents the opponent from being able to tactically win a pawn. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. This is not the right idea. It's critical to develop your pieces as early as possible in the game. This overlooks an opportunity to develop a bishop off its starting square. You are bringing your bishop into play, eyeing the central squares. This overlooks a better way to develop a bishop off its starting square. The winning edge is gone, but you still hold the better position. This defends a knight that was under attack and had no defenders. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. White was worse off, but now they are in a losing position. You are threatening to win a pawn by overloading a defender. This strengthens White's pawn chain. You exchange pieces of equal value. Takes back. You are threatening to tactically win a rook. This defends a bishop that was under attack and had no defenders. You won a pawn for free. Right on target. Your opponent's attacking piece is gone. Recaptures. This is the way to win a pawn. This forces the opponent to isolate a pawn. You take back. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. You captured a free pawn. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together, giving your opponent more things to worry about. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. That was a fair trade. Recaptures. Your rooks can work together now. A solid choice. Good job. That's what I would have played too. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Very good choice. One of the best moves. Well done, an excellent move. White activates the last piece, bringing all pieces into play. You captured that free pawn. White's piece has moved to a square with greater activity and control. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. White has got a strong protected passed pawn. Yes, this is the way. Putting the piece on a blockade square. You're kicking their bishop out of a useful square. This threatens to win material because the pawn is pinned. You've broken a pin and now your pawn can provide defense. This passed pawn is a strong asset for White. This is the way to win a rook. A very strong play. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. This steps away from the checking pawn. You trade off equal material. This is an equal trade. Nice, definitely the right move. This loses a rook, but the position was losing no matter what. Nice skewer. That X-ray attack will win you a rook. This blocks the check from an opposing rook. Now the other player can't stop you from winning a bishop if you make the right moves. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. This allows the opponent to force eventual checkmate. Your opponent will be forced into checkmate if you find the right moves. Nice vision spotting and capturing that vulnerable rook. This loses a bishop, but the position was losing no matter what. Getting closer to the forced checkmate, threatening that pinned piece is going to win you a bishop. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. Checkmate is always the best move.